now squarely on what has been happening in the Congress camp. Today, the Congress leader Rahul Gandhi filed his nomination papers from Wayanad, the constituency that he won in 2019. If he were to win again, which is most likely going to be the case from this constituency in the Malabar region in North Kerala, he will be winning from Wayanad for the second time running. Last time he won by a massive 4 lakh votes. So even if he were to lose 2 or 3 or 5% votes or even 10% votes, that margin is so commanding that he is in pole position to retain this constituency. But that is not so much the talking point tonight. The talking point is the other place, the place from where he has been a 3-term MP, a place which his family members have represented all the way from 1980 till 2019, Amethi in Uttar Pradesh. Today, even as Rahul Gandhi filed his nomination from Wayanad, his name has still not been declared by the Congress party for the Amethi constituency. A constituency which, like I said, Rahul Gandhi himself won from 2004 till 2019, something that his uncle Sanjay Gandhi first won in 1980, his father then won in 84 and kept till his death. His mother won from that seat from in 1999, and eventually in 2004 she shifted to Raebareli. But this was the seat that Rahul Gandhi lost to Smriti Irani of the BJP in 2019. And today, like I said, the Congress finds itself in a position where they're not, at least, even as the election campaign has started off in full swing, so far they have not named either the candidates for Amethi or, for that matter, Raebareli. Today, the Congress party, this is the position that they find themselves in. And the question we're asking, it's straightforward, it's simple. Is this bad optics which makes for bad politics?
From that truck, you can see K.C. Venugopal, Rahul Gandhi, Priyanka Gandhi. There have been a number of controversy regarding this particular seat. We know that the left wanted Rahul Gandhi to vacate this seat. He should go for a more tougher seat.
This election is a fight for democracy. On one side are the forces that want to destroy the democracy of this country, and on the other side there is a force protecting the democracy.
Why we are contesting, particularly of these fascist forces, which is the biggest threat to the democracy and secularism and our constitution itself.
सुना है कुछ लोग वायनाड में आज अपना पर्चा भर रहे हैं। अब गत इतनी हो गई है उनकी राजनीति की कि आतंकवादी संगठनों से वो सहायता मांग रहे हैं।
So the question remains, is Rahul Gandhi picking Wayanad for a second time over Amethi because it's a safe seat? It's a fight for survival for himself and for the Congress party. Let's take a look at the Congress party's fortunes over the years in first Amethi, and then subsequently we'll also look at Raebareli. So in 2009, the second time that Rahul Gandhi was contesting from Amethi, he was in a dominant position. In fact, Rahul Gandhi won that election against P.K. Singh of the BJP, and by a massive margin. Rahul Gandhi got 71% of the votes. Mr. Singh of the BJP only got 5% of the votes. In that election in Wayanad, M.I. Shanavas, who was a 2-time MP at that time, he won by close to 50% of the votes. M. Rabhatullah of the CPI won only by 31% of the votes. Then in the 2014 election, again in Amethi, this is the third time that Rahul Gandhi was contesting from Amethi. He won by 46% of the votes. Smriti Irani contesting from Amethi for the first time. She got 34% of the votes. About a third of the votes went to Smriti Irani. Again, M.I. Shanavas was contesting from Wayanad for the second time. He got 41% of the votes, and the CPI's Satyan Mukherjee got 38, almost 39% of the votes. Then the change of seats happened in 2019 when Rahul Gandhi decided to fight both from Amethi as well as from Wayanad. In 2019, in Amethi, he got just 43% of the votes, whereas Smriti Irani got 49% of the votes. She won by a margin of more than 55,000 votes. The first time a Gandhi sign, a Gandhi name candidate was losing from the constituency, the VVIP constituency of Amethi. Rahul Gandhi also contested from Wayanad, and he won by a massive margin there. He got 64% of the votes, 2/3 of the votes. PP Sunir of the CPI got only 25% of the votes. Rahul Gandhi won by a massive 4 lakh vote margin. So this is the pocket borough of the Gandhi family, and in 2024, they have yet to announce his candidature from the constituency of Amethi. But it's not just Amethi, it's also Raebareli, because that's a seat which Mrs. Gandhi, Indira Gandhi, first won way back in 1967, and it's a seat that the Congress party and its first family has kept for the last 40-50 years or so. In 2009, Sonia Gandhi won in Raebareli with a massive 72% of the vote. R.S. Kushwaha of the BSP, in fact, was the second person at that time, the candidate who came second. He won by just 16% of the vote, and BJP got less than 5% of vote in 2009. In 2014, Sonia Gandhi won again, a thumping majority for Sonia Gandhi in 2014, 63.8% of the vote. Ajay Agarwal of the BJP managed to get just a fifth of the vote, about 21% of the vote. The BSP's vote dwindled to 7%. In 2019, in the neighbouring constituency, her son lost, but Sonia Gandhi managed to win again in Raebareli, again with a significant edge. More than 55, almost 56% of the votes went to Sonia Gandhi, and Dinesh Pratap Singh of the BJP got just a shade under 40% of the vote. So now, both of these constituencies, remember last time in Uttar Pradesh, these were the only two constituencies where the Congress party won. Amethi and there was only one constituency in 2019 which the Congress party won, which was Raebareli, and Sonia Gandhi won from that seat. Now she has indicated she's got a Rajya Sabha membership. She's not going to be fighting from Raebareli. So is it going to be Priyanka Gandhi, or is it going to be somebody else, a non-Gandhi, who will be fighting from there? But the larger messaging, the larger optics, Rahul Gandhi filing his nominations from Wayanad for the second time today, but his name has not been announced for Amethi. What signal does this send? RP Singh is national spokesperson of the BJP. Aishwarya Mahadev is spokesperson of the Congress party. Shekhar Iyer is senior journalist joining us. Javed Ansari, also senior journalist joining us. Aishwarya Mahadev, let me start with you first. For a seat, Amethi, which the Gandhi family has held, or one of its close associates has held, consecutively from 1980 onwards. First Sanjay Gandhi, then Rajiv Gandhi, then of course Rahul Gandhi for 3 terms. The fact that they've not even named their candidate for Amethi while Rahul Gandhi today filed his nomination from Wayanad, isn't that disconcerting? Isn't that just plain bad politics? As they say in this part of the world, wo to maidan chhod chuke hain.
Good evening, Zaka. I think bad politics is having home ministers go to a state and lie about drought relief. I think bad politics is having people draw, incendiary links against opposition party. I think bad politics is arresting people while BJP washing machines allow for people to walk away scot-free once you change allegiances. There's a lot of conversation about bad politics, but 2 responses to what you have said. 1, the beauty of democracy is that nobody has a fiefdom. There is absolutely a chance for everybody to contest wherever they want to, including former Prime Minister Mr. Vajpayee from Madhya Pradesh contested from Lucknow. The current Prime Minister, whose Gujarat identity, he moved away to contest from Varanasi. So there's no given that one person has to contest from one place because of the perception, for starters. And the second thing is, Rahul Gandhi has been a phenomenal parliamentarian in Wayanad, and the overwhelming support he has is something that the ground is seeing. And let's be honest, last time he contested and we swept Kerala. That positive impact will also have an impact in other states on the south. And we think it is critical for Mr. Rahul Gandhi to contest from Wayanad. And secondly, the tickets are not declared. Yes, there is no jumping the gun on what the decision of the High Command is, what the decision of having a national leader who has to have all his time all across the country to fight for the Congress candidates everywhere also depends on where he also wants to contest. We will wait.
Aishwarya, let's make a straight comparison, right? Rahul Gandhi is your biggest leader, despite the fact that he's not your party president, but he's by far the biggest leader of the Congress party today. His candidature has not been announced from the traditional Gandhi family pocket borough of Amethi. You do a straight comparison with the BJP. The BJP's very first list had Narendra Modi from Varanasi, Amit Shah from Gandhinagar, Nitin Gadkari from Nagpur, Rajnath Singh from Lucknow. All their big names was there right in the first list. It's like they say in cricket, when you start writing a team sheet, a team name, the first name you put is that of Virat Kohli or Sachin Tendulkar. Where are you and why are you not fielding your Virat Kohli or Sachin Tendulkar?
You know, to give you a cricket analogy, there are times when Virat Kohli and Sachin Tendulkar may not perform, and then you have a lower order batsman coming in and saving the day for you, or your bowlers doing it. But Zaka, let me add, Amit Shah's seat also was a traditional bastion of who? A former PM aspirant who was sidelined. You also look at the man who was Gujarat's largest face, who didn't even stand from there. I believe that there is no sort of larger sort of analogy or a picture you can draw from this. The election, very simply, Rahul Gandhi contesting from Wayanad is a boost in, like, you know, is an absolute boost for all the southern states. And if you look at Prime Minister Narendra Modi's push in the south, I think this is necessary pushback. When a candidate has to be declared, a candidate will be declared.
So, RP saying Amethi and Raebareli go to polls, I think, in the 4th or 5th phase. There is still time. The last date for filing nomination is in the first week of May. Why are you rushing Rahul Gandhi? And of course, he is free to fight from wherever he wants to fight from. If he wants to fight from Wayanad or Tamil Nadu or Punjab or wherever he wants to fight from, he's free to fight from. What's your problem?
We have no problem. I mean, let him contest from Wayanad only and let him face the Raj this time. I mean, he'll lose Wayanad also this time, because please ask your reporters or your correspondents which are on ground. There's strong anti-incumbency against him in the Wayanad also this time. And also, they talk about alliance. They talk about Indie alliance. The Indie alliance is there with the left in the Bihar. It stays intact. They are contesting together. It's there in Bengal also, although the another Indie alliance partner is not with them. The Mamata Banerjee is not with them in Bengal. But yes, left and Congress are contesting together, as I understand. But what about the Indie alliance? Read through what is happening, what's not happening, and then mark my word, Kerala is up for surprise this time. There will be a lot of new faces, and we will make inroads this time in the Kerala also. BJP will make inroads this time in Kerala. But again, coming to the home constituency of Mr. Rahul Gandhi, I mean, he contested Amethi, he lost Amethi, he won Amethi and he lost Amethi last time. So he should go to Amethi also, and then they say the Congress spokesperson talking about that it has made a lot of impact in southern states. Oh, I remember last time you were less than BJP in the southern states, all southern states put together also. You talk about it has made a lot of impact, but why not make impact in the Uttar Pradesh also, which has almost 80 seats, or why not make impact in the complete northern belt for that regard? Why is running away from making any impact in this northern belt or Uttar Pradesh in specific? Because
I'll put that whole hypothesis to test, this whether Rahul Gandhi contesting from Wayanad actually helped the Congress party in the rest of South India. In just 1 second on our magic wall, but I want to go to Javed Ansari. The catch-22 for Rahul Gandhi and the Congress party is this: they can't be seen as not contesting from Amethi and Raebareli, because that, like I said, is like you're already running away from the battlefield. And at the same time, if you were to lose a second time to Smriti Irani in Amethi, that would seriously damage not just Mr. Rahul Gandhi personally and his electability from Uttar Pradesh or from northern India, but also the Congress party's own relevance in northern India. Why is there so much delay, Javed, in naming the candidates for both Amethi and Raebareli?
You provided the answer to the question that you're asking, because Amethi goes to poll in the 5th round. You don't have to. No doctor has prescribed that 6 months in advance, 8 weeks in advance, you put up a candidate, you name a candidate. Maybe they are not announcing it for strategic reasons. Maybe they have a surprise.
No. What are these strategic reasons? What is so strategic about it?
Look, I said maybe. I'm not the political manager of the Congress party.
Yes.
I wish I was. Things perhaps may have been a bit better, but I'm not. So therefore, you know, when you called me for the show, I thought we were going to discuss the washing machine issue, which the Indian Express has front page.
No, I don't think that's what our guest coordinators told you. But anyway, go ahead. Yeah.
Yes. So therefore, yeah, it could be for strategic reasons. Maybe they will put up somebody. Amethi and Raebareli will not go uncontested.
No, one second. Of course, the Congress party. Javed, I'm sorry.
Allow me.
Yeah. Just give me 10 seconds. Of course, no one is saying. I don't think it's even the Congress party's contention that Amethi and Raebareli will go uncontested. The question is, will the Gandhi science fight from those seats? And if they are indeed going to fight from those seats, What is this strategic factor? What is this strategic surprise? I mean, by your logic, Javed, it's in the 5th phase, therefore they have time. Varanasi is in the 7th phase. Narendra Modi's name was the first name that the BJP declared in the very first list.
Very good on the Prime Minister. It's good on the Prime Minister. They declared it, but others have not declared it. It takes nothing away. Wait. Just hold your fire. Keep the powder dry. Don't pass verdict on the fact that Amethi is a done deal for Ms. Smriti Irani. Who knows? Perhaps if I've just been to UP and I've come back, and you'll be surprised with the ground reality there.
No.
Will
Mr. Gandhi fight from Amethi? That's the simple question. Will he fight or will he not fight? Or will they put up some other candidate there?
That is for the Congress party and its spokesperson to answer. I cannot. But what I do know for sure is that both these seats will have heavyweight contestants, and there'll be a battle.
Okay, heavyweight contestants. I don't know, at least as far as
a battle. Not just in Raebareli, but even in Amethi. Watch out.
I mean, when you're saying heavyweights within the Congress party, I shudder to think who could be a bigger heavyweight than Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi in that party. But let me ask Shekhar Iyer this. Again, I'll come back to this whole hypothesis about whether Rahul Gandhi contesting from Wayanad actually helped the Congress party. Yes, it certainly did in Kerala, but what about the rest of South India? But that I'll come to in one moment. The Congress comes back to that whole contention that you go back to the 70s, and when Mrs. Gandhi lost, the 77 election, and she really sort of came back through the Chikmagalur by-election that happened in 1978. That was in South India. The same argument was made at that time. Congress is finished in Northern India. It doesn't have any chance in Northern India. And then again after Mandal, the same thing happened. Then Sonia Gandhi contested from Ballari. So the point is, the Congress party has always had, and the Gandhi family has always had a connection with South India. To brand Rahul Gandhi as running away from Northern India and, taking safe refuge in a safe seat where the minority population is more than 50%, that's not exactly an argument that holds water. He's free to fight from wherever he wants to fight from.
Yeah, of course, Zaka, Rahul, or for that matter, anybody, any citizen of India is free to fight from anywhere. But 2 or 3 things are weighing heavily in the leadership mind as well as in the Gandhi family members' mind. If Priyanka were to contest from Raebareli, it would be her maiden contest. And in which case, given the current situation in Uttar Pradesh and Raebareli, as well as in Amethi, definitely the family or even the Congress strategists would not like Priyanka to face such an exposure that she takes on. Her maiden attempt is from a seat where there are tremendous odds. So the whole debate that could be going on, I'm hazarding a guess, is look, should Priyanka make a maiden attempt from Raebareli along with a safer seat in South? Similarly, when Rahul Rahul chose Wayanad in addition to Amethi, the same consideration came into play because they were aware that situation in Amethi was changing. That is why Wayanad was chosen. So therefore, I think the consideration is, should Priyanka make a maiden attempt and fail, or she may make a maiden attempt to send a message, but at the same time that she could also, there are standing offers from Karnataka and Telangana, where the leaders are saying, please come here. I mean, why not from Karnataka or Telangana?
Okay.
So these are the things that are playing in mind. But the fact is, there is a huge element of apprehension about the prospects of whoever is Congress candidate in Amethi as well as in Raebareli. And Wayanad this time looks, in terms of safety quotient, the quotient figures are coming down. Because Pinarayi Vijayan has made it a serious business because left wants to win as many seats as possible, including that of Wayanad.
No, one second. On that note, like I said this at the top of the show. Last time Rahul Gandhi won by a massive margin. He won by 4.3 lakh votes. Even if that were to come down by 2%, 5%, 10%, he still has the cushion to still win that seat of Wayanad. But that's a seat-specific story. I want to put this whole hypothesis about Rahul Gandhi contesting from the south last time, and therefore that helped the Congress party. Let's see if that is indeed true. So we have on the magic wall the South Zone, as we call it, the 5 states of southern India. So clearly, as you can see, Rahul Gandhi contested from Kerala. The Congress party, the UDF, which is the alliance that they're part of, which they lead there, they won 19 out of 20 seats in Kerala. So certainly it helped as far as Kerala is concerned. In Tamil Nadu, again, it was a complete sweep for the India Alliance, which included the DMK, the Congress, other parties, and the Congress had about 8 MPs from Tamil Nadu. But you come a little north of that, you look at Karnataka, which is a state that Aishwarya Mahadev hails from. The Congress party had just one member of parliament from Karnataka. 25 out of 28 went to the BJP. Look at Telangana. The Congress party had just 3 MPs out of 17. It was the BRS which had 9, the BJP had 4, and the Congress had just 3. In the state of Andhra Pradesh, 25 seats, where the Congress used to be a dominant force up until recently, the Congress had 0 seats in the state of Andhra Pradesh. So to say that the Congress benefited because Mr. Gandhi fought from Wayanad, yes, maybe true to a great extent in Kerala, no doubt about it, maybe to some extent in neighboring Tamil Nadu, but certainly not true in Karnataka or in Telangana or in Andhra Pradesh for that matter. So, Aishwarya Mahadev, that hypothesis has been sort of, I wouldn't say, it's been turned on its head, but certainly that doesn't quite add up, that doesn't quite hold water.
Zaka, on the question of Andhra Pradesh and Telangana, I think we're up for a resurgence, but let me highlight to you that in the previous Lok Sabha elections, we were in a coalition with the JDS, which have been traditional rivals in the majority of the state, and to have our cadre work together was something that we all conceded may have been a mistake because of the fact that coalition of leadership did not necessarily lead to the same on the ground, and that is something now that's the BJP's headache because they have moved towards the BJP, and a party that said they would rather, retire than work with the BJP seems to be in hand with them. But let me also come to 2 things Mr. R.P. Singh said, and I will respond that when Sir talks about alliances, I think friendly fights and our alliances are far stronger than what you did to the poor Dushyant Chautala in Haryana. And when you talk about Amethi and you see, talking about Wayanad, he's going to lose and whatnot. Let me tell you, in Amethi, whoever stands, the fact of the matter is a massive chunk of infrastructure projects, including hospitals, aviation schools, Kendriya Vidyalayas, which were granted during the time of Mr. Rahul Gandhi as Member of Parliament, have all been cancelled, had license taken away or have been shut down. There is massive anti-incumbency there. And for somebody who hails from Delhi,
he should fight on that very plank. Why is he not fighting from Amethi?
The point I'm trying to make is irrespective of where he's fighting from. Miss Smriti Irani, who talks about people moving elsewhere, who hails from Delhi and is contesting Amethi, in her term there, has a lot of rhetoric, has a lot of diatribes, but the work and the progress there is absolutely abysmal. And it is for the Congress leadership to decide who they believe is the ideal candidate. And let me tell you this very conclusively, that in the South, when you're seeing Prime Minister Modi's push there, because he knows that the North seems to be spent on a lot of seats there, you will see the push is not going to yield results, and the Congress and our allies are going to speak in the South. And Zaka, if I may just conclude.
So RP saying, just like Rahul Gandhi is going to Wayanad and contesting, and the Congress is hoping that will give the Congress a bump in South India, so is your party, and your leader, Mr. Modi, has been campaigning in southern India. I think he's gone to Tamil Nadu 6 times since since the beginning of 2024. Why? In the hope that you can make inroads in southern India. So if Mr. Modi can do it, why can't Rahul Gandhi?
Well, not just last this year. I mean, he has been there last 5 years. He has been going to various states and southern states, and including Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh, and then has been launching a lot of public sector or infrastructure projects also there. But it's nothing specific to just to 24. I mean, just this year itself. I mean, there's an ongoing process of the government, which government keep doing it, and then not only Prime Minister Modi, it's other ministers also who have been going there and regularly doing work. I mean, whether it's Nirmala Sitharamanji or whether other ministers or Mr. Gadkari, whoever has done infrastructure projects or launched their projects there. But coming to the issue of the Amethi in specific, our friend Javed has a lot of insight, although he says that he would like to be advisor to the Congress party, but whether they will have it or not. But he has insight because he was saying that there will be certain surprises. I'll appreciate Mr. Javed Ansari should spell those surprises and then let people know who is the star.
No, but if he spells the surprise, then it's not a surprise, RP Singh Saab.
RP, you are a very old friend, and the least I expect from you is that you will not misrepresent. I never said
I'm
I
just saying,
want
sir,
to be a
if
political
you know have some insight
I-
as a journalist,
I said-
I'm sorry, sir.
I
I'm
never
sorry,
said
sir.
I
I'm
want to
nothing
be a
against you in person.
but,
If a journalist you have some surprise, you
if,
can.
If I am not the I made it clear to Zaka, who's a friend and an old colleague, that I am not the political manager.
Sorry,
if
sir.
I were one, I would know.
Zaved, nothing in person. Sorry, Zaved, nothing. Don't take it personal. My only concern is if you have some insight as a journalist, let that be public. Let that be breaking story for the today Zaka's show. That's the objective.
Journalists
That
break
was the only
stories.
objective. Nothing
So
in person.
we break that.
If
we
you
break that
felt
story
bad, I
at the
take my
right
words
time.
back.
Okay,
Sir,
I've got a breaking story which I'm going to go to right now. So just give me a moment, RP Singh and Javed Ansari. This is basis the affidavit that Mr. Rahul Gandhi has filed. Remember, every contestant in every election has to file an affidavit before the election commission and say what his or her assets and liabilities are. So Rahul Gandhi's affidavit says that he owns assets worth nearly 20 crore rupees. He has an annual income of more than 1 crore rupees. According to the nomination papers that he's filed from the Wayanad constituency, he's pitted against the CPI's Ani Raja, who has total assets worth just 72 lakh rupees. Rahul Gandhi has declared assets worth nearly 16 crores, a bulk of which is from one property in Gurgaon, a commercial property which is valued at 11 crore rupees. 5 years ago, it was less than the figure that has been cited now. He has also cited the market value of his immovable assets. Like I said, there is a farmhouse on the outskirts of Delhi. There is a commercial property in Gurgaon. There are other properties, all of which is valued at a little over 20 crores. Ani Raja, on the other hand, who is his main rival from the CPI, she has declared that she has just 10,000 rupees in hand in bank deposits worth about 62,000 rupees, jewelry worth about 25,000 rupees, and an inherited property which is worth 71 lakh rupees. So clearly, it is rich versus poor, if you will, if you were to frame it that way in terms of their affidavit details. Aman Sharma, our political editor, has more details on this. We'll try and see if we can go across to him. But Rahul Gandhi's net worth, his net assets have gone up by about 3 to 4 crores between 2019 and 2024. So Aman Sharma is now joining us. Aman, what more details do we have from Rahul Gandhi's affidavit filed before the Election Commission as to his net assets and liabilities?
Well, Zaka, the nomination papers which Rahul Gandhi has filed from the Wayanad Lok Sabha constituency today, he has declared assets nearly about rupees 20 crores. He has said that he owns, he has cash of about 50,000 rupees. He has a lot of investments in shares and debentures, bank deposits of about 26 lakh, investment in mutual fund shares and debentures about worth rupees 8.5 crore. He interestingly has a PPF account in the State Bank of India worth about 61 lakh. And he owns the agricultural land along with an office space in Gurugram worth about rupees 11 crores. Last time when he had declared his assets in 2019, the amount was around rupees 16 crores. So some market value of his shares and debentures seem to have risen. So he's declared about 20 crores now, and his direct opponent is Ani Raja of Wayanad, who's in fact declared an assets of just rupees 72 lakh. Ani Raja has said she has cash of just about 50,000 rupees and very few bank deposits and just one property which he has inherited. So it's quite a contrast in the assets of Rahul Gandhi and his competitor, Ani Raja of the left.
All right, we'll leave it at that. Aman Sharma, we'll see how this and if at all this has an impact on the voters of Wayanad. But Javed, I come back to what I think the Kerala Chief Minister, Mr. Pinarayi Vijayan, and it's a cold, logical, political point that he made, that the principal fight in winning for the India Alliance, at least as far as the India Alliance is concerned, if they need to win 2024, then the Congress needs to do much better in northern India against the BJP in straight fights. Why is Rahul Gandhi fighting from Wayanad? In any case, irrespective of whether he fights or not, either the UDF candidate will win or the LDF candidate will win, and they all ultimately go into the kitty of the India Alliance. So instead of focusing on northern India in the direct fights with the BJP, why is Rahul Gandhi still contesting from Wayanad?
Because Wayanad is a safer bet, one. Two, as far as giving it a push in North India is concerned, he can still, even no matter where he fights from, he can campaign in North India. And I don't see why the left is feeling so antsy about Rahul Gandhi contesting there, and why are all of us getting agitated. The left and the Congress have forever been battling each other out in Kerala. They've never been allies. They've never had an election understanding there. They've had one in Bengal, but they've never had it in Kerala. So obviously they will. He's the sitting MP. Why should Have you ever heard of because an opponent has put up somebody else? I know Miss Annie Raja. I have tremendous respect for her and her husband. But the fact is that that's Rahul Gandhi's seat. He's won it. If she wins, best of luck to her. Good on her. But how do you expect somebody else to be charitable and leave the seat to you? You're the main contestant.
Again, I want to come back to one of the points. Rahul Gandhi, after filing his nomination papers, the first thing that he said today was this election is going to be defining for India. He has framed it as a fight between democracy and autocracy. If indeed it is a fight, as he has framed it, between democracy and autocracy, then if democracy needs to win, it needs to win in the biggest states of North India. It needs to win in UP, it needs to win in Bihar, it needs to win in Madhya Pradesh, in Rajasthan, Chhattisgarh, even in Maharashtra. That's where the Congress should be focusing its energies, not so much in the south.
Well, the Congress, the Congress should concentrate on the north and should have done much better than, should have done more groundwork in the last 5 years, which it did not do. Those are other things. But the problem, I think, Zaka, we need to understand. We need to focus on why is Pinarayi Vijayan, why the left front in Kerala this time is so keen that every seat must be won. That has a lot to do with what happened in 2019. Because left front doesn't see scope in any part of the country. Bengal is no more their area. Tripura is not their area. It's only Kerala. And in 2019, they just won one seat.
Correct.
And Pinarayi Vijayan doesn't want a repeat of 2019. Because they can always coordinate with the Congress at a later stage to fight the BJP. But this is now the question of survival of the CPM. Survival of the left front in Kerala. And that they cannot compromise. And that is why you will notice one thing, Zaka. You see, Pinarayi Vijayan has also been focusing on the minority votes, particularly the Muslim votes. Post 2019, the focus has been so severe because previously it was understood that the Marxists are actually a Hindu party. That Marxists more took care of the Hindu interest in Kerala. And because the UDF was seen as, more inclined towards taking care of their Christian and Muslim. But Pinarayi Vijayan realized post-Sabarimala episode that things were very bad, and that is why you saw by the time the Kerala Assembly elections were in 2021, Pinarayi had cultivated a lot of Muslim interests, had put up a lot of, encouraged a lot of independent Muslim candidates in Kerala, and there have been allegations of Pinarayi even having some kind of a back channel talks with even parties like SDPI. So you can see that this is a crucial strategy for Pinarayi because a lot of what will depend is how 26 will be fought, the assembly election. If CPM gets a setback in Kerala this time, then it is going to be very difficult for them to prepare for the 2026 elections. So this is a battle purely with the Kerala in mind.
All right, we'll see how this plays out, not just for Rahul Gandhi and the Congress party in Wayanad, but beyond that in the rest of South India, and indeed whether or not they're able to put up a challenge in front of the mammoth juggernaut that is the BJP. Certainly in Northern India, it is maxed out in a credible challenge to that. There are 180 seats in Northern India, of which the BJP in 2019 won 167. The Congress party was reduced to just about double digits in those 180 seats. Whether that changes, we'll wait and see. We'll leave it at that. Thank you very much to all our guests. I want to move on to the other debate that we're having. It's a small face-off. It has been a bit of a triumphant show of strength, if you will, for the Aam Aadmi Party. Sanjay Singh, it's a former member of parliament. He walked out of the Tihar jail after 6 months today. He was in ED custody and then subsequently in Tihar jail. This comes after the Supreme Court cited the inability of the Enforcement Directorate to establish the money trail, ruling that Sanjay Singh has met the twin conditions of bail under PMLA. Sanjay Singh was arrested back in October of last year. He faces charges of having received 2 crores in bribes from one of the accused, Sameer Mahindru, as well as from Abhishek Boinpalli. The Aam Aadmi Party has claimed vindication, saying that despite the raids, no funds have been recovered from the top brass of the party. The BJP has said that Sanjay Singh has not been pardoned, even saying that the money trails have been established in the cases of Manish Sisodia and Arvind Kejriwal. Countering Kejriwal's plea against his arrest, the Enforcement Directorate in court today said that the proceeds of crime were allegedly used in the Goa elections and will be found in the homes of the accused, calling the Aam Aadmi Party's argument ridiculous. The court has also reserved the order in the plea by Arvind Kejriwal challenging his arrest But the question remains, can the Aam Aadmi Party still claim vendetta after the ED said it had no opposition to granting Sanjay Singh bail?
आप सत्य को दबा सकते हैं, लेकिन आप सत्य को मिटा नहीं सकते हैं। आज संजय सिंह जी की जमानत ने ये दिखा दिया।
सात अप्रैल को देश भर में सामूहिक उपवास का कॉल दिया जा रहा है। पूरे देश के अंदर जो लोग भी ये मानते हैं कि मोदी सरकार ज्यादती कर रही है, जहां भी संभव हो वो सामूहिक उपवास करें।
मुझे लगता है ये कहानियां गढ़ते हैं आम आदमी पार्टी के लोग।
Right, RP Singh is national spokesperson of the BJP. Akshay Marathe, spokesperson of the Aam Aadmi Party, is joining us. Akshay Marathe, what Sanjay Singh has got is merely bail. He has not been exonerated. This is no acquittal of any kind. The way Aam Aadmi Party supporters seem to be jumping and celebrating and sloganeering, it's almost as if he's got a clean sheet from the court.
Zaka, you have the answer to your question is within your question itself. For the last 6 months since Sanjay Singh is in jail, every day we have been discussing on television debates, the BJP spokesperson, the anchors, every time they ask us the same question. If you are innocent, why are you not getting bail? If you are innocent, why are you not getting bail? Now that he has got bail, now also you don't want us to claim he is innocent. What kind of logic is that?
One second. Let's be clear. The law of the land, and you've studied law. The law of the land is very clear. Bail is not acquittal. Bail is not exoneration. Bail is merely a legal right given to all accused persons. So yes, he managed to get bail. That is by no way, no stretch of the imagination, an acquittal or an exoneration from a case.
Let me correct you, Zaka.
Yes,
the
please.
Prevention of Money Laundering Act, under which Arvind Kejriwal and all the other leaders of the party have been arrested. The section 45 of that act says that bail may only be granted if the judge is convinced of innocence. It is the only law in the country where it says that. All other laws, bail is a right. It is not a matter of exception. But under this draconian law, which was meant to go after terrorists, drug lords, and it is instead being used to go after opposition, that's another matter. But in this law, you can get bail only if the judges are convinced of your innocence. So the fact that Sanjay Singh has got regular bail, not medical bail, he is the only leader who is the only person who has been arrested in this case and has gotten bail, has gotten bail for regular reasons, not medical reasons. Every other person has got bail only when they have turned approvers for the Bharatiya Janata Party. Like Sharad Chandra Reddy, who got bail after he became an approver, he got a pardon, he paid BJP 60 crore rupees bribe, which until now they have not been able to explain why the scam accused gave them 60 crore rupees. So it is a very big day for Aam Aadmi Party that a leader
Singh Saab,
who is
not just the fact that Sanjay Singh managed to get bail under PMLA, but also the fact that the government counsel, the additional solicitor general who was representing the ED, said we are not opposed to his bail. And in fact, the judges threatened them saying, almost threatened them saying that, look, be very clear, if you are opposing bail, then we have to comment on the merits of the case. For 6 months, you've had him in custody. Where is the recovered money? Where is this so-called money trail? You're not shown anything. So please go back and take instructions, come back after lunchtime and tell us whether you're opposing bail or not. And then the ASG goes dutifully, takes instructions, comes back after lunchtime and says, ED is not opposed to bail.
Zaka, you know some legal luminaries and some good lawyers, they do play a strategic game also at times. I mean, they do some strategy also. And then it could be that, as you were saying, he is out on bail. He has not been acquitted from the case. And as far my friend goes from the Aam Aadmi Party, Mr. Maratha, let's see what do the lawyers had to say today in the court. They said we have the Mr. Raju, the ED lawyer, said that they have the details of the each and every trail in which has money has been spent in Goa. This there in the case which was there, and let me read out one part also from the remand note which was submitted earlier. The bank account number 1022021100004647 in which money was transferred, and also there are written statement under section 164 by certain entities in who took money in Goa, and then like Ashok Patel, Karan Bhai Patel, Jagdish Sharma. I mean, there are a lot of them who are the Angris who are on record, and 164 is in front of magistrate, not in front of the ED or in front of the police. So they are on record saying, and even the Aam Aadmi candidates who contested there are on record mentioned that yes, the money exchanged hand and money came from the central party, not from Mr. Kejriwal or Mr. Sanjay Singh, from the central party. And let me remind you also one name, Mr. Jinder Singh Solanki. Do you remember that name? He was contesting from Bardulai in Gujarat. He was caught red-handed with some 20 lakh rupees cash during election, and he said, "This is not my money. This money belongs to this driver who happens to be angry between the centre party and the state party." That's how they used to transact money.
Okay.
And then he has transacted a lot more money for the elections. This is on, and there's a case which is going on against that person.
But Akshay Marathe, today
So,
the Delhi
money
Chief
has
Minister,
transacted, there's a money
moved
trail
the
also.
High
Give me a
Court
second.
challenging his arrest, and the High Court has not given him any relief. So far at least, the orders have been reserved. But if the High Court did indeed feel that Mr. Kejriwal's arrest was wrongful, he would have got relief by now.
No, Zaka, let's not read too much into the High Court's reserving of the order. We both know that the reserving of an order has got no implication on what the order is going to say. Let's wait for the order to come.
Sure.
We can debate it when that comes. But what the BJP spokesperson said before me is actually very revealing of the BJP strategy. First, they will malign the leaders of all other parties. Then they will take them into their own party and stop the investigations against them. Today, I hope your viewers can Google this. Indian Express has done a fantastic investigation of the 25 leaders of opposition parties who BJP has taken and dropped all enforcement directorate and CBI cases against them. I feel proud that my party leaders chose not to go down that path and join the Bharatiya Janata Party, and they are choosing to fight. And we are so grateful to the courts and judiciary of this country that they have given bail to Sanjay Singh, and it has re-established some faith in the judiciary also today. And we are hopeful that the same logic that the court used for Sanjay Singh
this is
will
an
also
allegation
get
against the BJP. You're a washing machine. You get people, allegedly corrupt people from Shiv Sena, from Ajit, from NCP, from other parties, and then the moment they join the BJP or the NDA, they are put through the laundry washing machine of the BJP and they come out squeaky clean.
I'll answer that also, Zaka. There's a gentleman named Rinku who was their member parliament, sitting member parliament, and was
from
also
Jalandhar,
declared
yes,
as the member candidate for the elections from the Jalandhar constituency. He shifted. He said, "I don't want to be part of the corrupt system," and he shifted to BJP. So, is there any case against him? Then why did you even allotted him a seat? There's another MLA, sitting MLA of the party, who has shifted, who has changed sides, and he has joined BJP now, saying that I don't want to be part of, and he loses membership also, MLA-ship also. I don't want to be part of the corrupt system. Was there any case against him? Yes, I will tell you how things happen within the Aam Aadmi Party. There are 5 ministers from the Congress party whom they arrested through vigilance. The cases were lodged against them through vigilance department, including the former deputy CM of the Congress party, Mr. O.P. Soni, who was sent behind jail. But when the alliance has to happen, they gave him the bail. All the 5 were given bail. Otherwise, they all were in jail. This you can see, check on record, whether Congress former ministers were put behind jail or not. But coming to the issue, the core issue is that every case is open for public domain. Mr. Akshay Marathe, you are a learned person. Your party has hired Abhishek, no, not the party, sorry. You are using public money. You are using my money, Mr. Zaka's money, taxpayers' money to safeguard the skin of your leaders in the court.
That's not true.
You hired Mr. Abhishek Manu Singh.
Mr. Singh has not taken a single penny from the Delhi government.
Sir, please. I never interrupted.
He has not taken any money.
Okay, RP Singh, finish. Yeah, finish
so
your point.
Who is paying for the? Who is paying
He's
for them?
fighting for
Is Delhi government
democracy.
paying or the
He's a
Aam Aadmi
great
Party
person.
paying?
I salute him. He's fighting for
Okay,
democracy.
Akshay Marathi,
no,
one
are you
second.
BJP?
I just want to bring our viewers' attention to what pictures we are showing on the right side of your screen. Sanjay Singh, who's just been released from Tihar jail, he has just met with Sunita Kejriwal, the wife of the Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal, touching her feet and hugging her. And of course, you would imagine that this is more than just political. There would be emotions, of course. Mr. Sanjay Singh's wife also there, along with the rest of the family members. So these pictures just coming in. So Sanjay Singh meeting with Sunita Kejriwal. What this may mean about the internal dynamics of the Aam Aadmi Party, we'll have to wait and see, because after all, how long can the Chief Minister continue to say that, oh, I will continue to rule Delhi from inside jail? Clearly, that is not feasible, that is not practical. So what Sanjay Singh's release and his re-entry back into the Aam Aadmi Party fold, what this means in that whole internal dynamic of the Aam Aadmi Party, we'll have to wait and see. But just pointing our viewers' attention to these pictures on the right-hand side of your screen, Sanjay Singh meeting Sunita Kejriwal. Yes, RP Singh, please go ahead. Yeah, finish your point.
Oh, good, you showed the Sheesh Mahal today. We could view we would have some glimpse of the Sheesh Mahal today because of you. And your viewers would have some little glimpse of Sheesh Mahal also because of this union happening of the Sanjay Singh and Sunita Kejriwal ji. But that point aside, I am saying that let them hire best of the lawyers and let them go to the court. Even when we were in opposition, people went to the court against the 2G scam or CWG scam, and courts gave orders and people were arrested after the court orders. Please, I will appreciate. Go ahead and file the cases in the court, contest the cases in the court. You have the best team of lawyers.
No, so Akshay Marathe, very quickly, you say, BJP misuses IT, CBI, ED, etc. What is your government in Punjab doing against Sukhpal Khera, against OP Soni? You're doing the exact same thing. The playbook is the same. Very quickly, I have to wrap up.
Zaka, let's understand what the BJP is doing is they are not even pretending anymore. Yesterday, Nirmala Sitharaman, the finance minister, said on a live television interview, she was asked by the anchor, are you okay with all these tainted people joining your party? She said, everybody is welcome. Now the BJP doesn't even pretend to be an honest party. Earlier, they used to at least say we are honest and others are not honest.
Okay.
They want to malign the honest image of Aam Aadmi Party. That is why they are going after Arvind Kejriwal. It's as simple as that.
Let's see how this plays out and whether or not this has resonance and whether this is an important issue for the voters of Delhi, for the voters of the rest of this part of the world, whether Arvind Kejriwal's arrest is a vote-determining issue. We'll see. We'll know in the next few weeks. But I want to talk about vote determinant issues, as it were. Let's shift focus to a critical part of the biggest state in India, in Uttar Pradesh, Western UP, that goes to polls in the first phase. Muzaffarnagar is a crucial seat in Western Uttar Pradesh. It will go to polls on the first phase on the 19th of April. The sitting two-time MP Sanjeev Balan is once again been fielded against the Samajwadi Party's Harendra Malik. CNN News 18's Zaman Sharma went to what is called the sugarcane capital of Uttar Pradesh, to Muzaffarnagar, and this is his ground report from there.
This is Muzaffarnagar, the sugar capital of Uttar Pradesh, and a seat which has been very intensely contested for the last 15 years. Since the 2013 communal riots in Muzaffarnagar, this seat shifted the BJP's way, with Mr. Sanjeev Balan winning the seat in 2014 and again in 2019. In 2019, however, he faced a stiff competition from RLD's Ajit Singh, who gave him a very, very tough fight. But Mr. Sanjeev Balan still won, despite an SP, BSP and an RLD alliance on the other side. This time, the RLD has shifted to the BJP, and it seems like a one-horse race in Muzaffarnagar, even after the 2022 setback in Muzaffarnagar for the BJP, when it could win only 2 out of the 6 assembly seats in Muzaffarnagar because the RLD had won 3 seats. This time, with the BJP and the RLD together, it seems the BJP is on a very, very strong footing in Muzaffarnagar, and Sanjeev Balan looks much ahead in the race to win a third term. We are joined by Mr. Sanjeev Balan, 2-time Muzaffarnagar MP and perhaps the most recognizable face of the party in West UP. तो बालियान जी 2 बार से आप एमपी हैं, आज दोबारा नॉमिनेशन फाइल कर रहे हैं। पश्चिमी उत्तर प्रदेश का क्या मूड है?
जैसा 2014 में था, 2014 की आंधी वापस है और पूरा पश्चिम उत्तर प्रदेश हम क्लीन स्वीप करेंगे। बहुत जगह तो ऐसा लगता ही नहीं चुनाव भी होगा। विपक्ष के उम्मीदवारों की स्थिति ऐसी है कि शायद अगर उनका बस चले तो टिकट छोड़ दें।
2014 में क्लीन स्वीप बीजेपी ने पश्चिमी उत्तर प्रदेश में किया, पर 19 में जब अलायंस हुआ एसपी बीएसपी का तो बीजेपी को नुकसान हुआ सीटों में। असेंबली में भी हमने देखा सीटों में नुकसान हुआ। इस बार क्या बदला है?
देखिए, एक बार तो बसपा अलग लड़ रही है। बसपा का हर सीट पर अपना वोट बैंक है, पहले से ही आज भी है।
मुजफ्फरनगर में चुनाव का माहौल क्या है और आपको लगता है पूरे पश्चिमी उत्तर प्रदेश में क्या माहौल है?
भाई माहौल तो यहाँ लोक दल का ही है, बीजेपी का ही बस, क्योंकि जो जाट का भाई लीडर था वो भी इसी में चला गया, इसलिए ज्यादातर इसी का।
तो आपको लगता है कि जाट जो वोट है सब एक तरफा बीजेपी को?
मगर एक तरफा तो कभी हुई नहीं किसी की भाई।
पिछली बार जब चुनाव हुआ था मुजफ्फरनगर में तो बलियान साहब लड़े थे चौधरी अजीत सिंह से, खूब तगड़ी लड़ाई हुई थी। तो इस बार इकट्ठा क्यों हो गए? आपको भी लगता है इकट्ठा क्यों हुए आरएलडी और भाजपा?
नहीं, जब भी लोक दल पर ज्यादातर करके कुछ करके भाई इन्होंने जबरदस्ती बलियान को जिता दिया था। जब तो अन्नी था तो जब भी लोक दल का
जी
पक्के लोक दल ही हैं, रहेंगे। हमारे चौधरी चले गए तो हम तो उनके पीछे हैं। अब तो भाजपा हमारी मजबूरी होगी जाने की, रहेंगे उसी में रहेंगे, जहाँ में हम वहीं हम रहेंगे जी।
आप मुस्लिम हैं दोनों और यहाँ पे आई हैं, क्या सोच के बीजेपी को सपोर्ट कर रही हैं?
मैं तकरीबन पिछले 7 साल से भाजपा कार्य करता हूँ और इस वक्त मैं मेरठ जिले में मंत्री हूँ महिला मोर्चे में, और पूरी तरह से हम अपने माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी के साथ में हैं।
जी जी जी। तो आपको लगता है कि जो मुस्लिम वोटर है, क्योंकि कई लोग कहते हैं मुस्लिम वोटर भाजपा को वोट नहीं डालता है, इसमें क्या कुछ सच्चाई है कि आपको लगता है कि मन बदल रहा है?
नहीं, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है, मन नहीं बदल रहा है। पूरी तरह से मुस्लिम समाज भी अपने माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी के साथ में है।
These are the 2 top Jat leaders of West UP, and one must go back to the 2019 Lok Sabha election when Sanjeev Balan had in fact defeated Mr. Ajit Singh of the RLD by a narrow margin. Ajit Singh, the father of J.N. Chaudhary. But now J.N. Chaudhary is on the side of the BJP, and that is explaining the Muzaffarnagar flight, where Sanjeev Balan is now very, very confident that he will be able to win easily, because the RLD, who gave him the toughest fight the last time in Mr. Ajit Singh, now his son J.N. Chaudhary is now on the side of the BJP in Muzaffarnagar.
Presented by...
And amid the controversy over Kachativu Island, now External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar has made another big claim. He has said, and I quote, in 1950, there was an exchange of views between Sardar Patel and Jawaharlal Nehru. Sardar Patel had warned Jawaharlal Nehru about China. In fact, Sardar Patel had said that today we are facing a situation of 2 fronts, which are Pakistan and China, which for India has never happened in our history before. Now, to this, Jawaharlal Nehru replied that you are unnecessarily suspicious of the Chinese. And in fact, S. Jaishankar also said that there was a time when Jawaharlal Nehru said that India is second, China comes first. Let's listen in.
In 1950, there was actually an exchange of views between Sardar Patel and Pandit Nehru on the issue of China. Okay, this is the last few months before Sardar Patel passed away. Sardar Patel warned Nehru, saying today with the change, because communists had taken power in 1949, he said today we are facing a situation of 2 fronts, which for India has never happened in our history before. See, in the case of Pakistan, I think it is, people know that Sardar Patel was opposed to our going to the United Nations, because he knew that in United Nations different powers will use the United Nations और मैंने आपको पता है कि जज जो है अगर ईमानदार जज नहीं है तो which who will go to that court?
And CNN News 18's Abhishek Jha is now joining us on this story. Abhishek, so that's a big remark that is coming in from the External Affairs Minister, which actually proves that the Congress couldn't foresee the border challenges.
Of course, we have all talked about how Pandit Nehru, or the first Prime Minister of India's vision regarding China was flawed, in the sense that he trusted more on China and he thought that a neighboring country with such a huge geographical and other parts, that should have been given priority, and that was one of the reasons why India supported Chinese permanent seat in United Nations Security Council as well, and that despite the fact that there was not a consensus on the issue. There was Home Minister Sardar Patel who would oppose such views and who had tried to place in the center India's international interests first. So there is a clarity, and since then there have been multiple research papers and multiple opinion that has been expressed that this is where first Prime Minister of India did not foresee that probably in future China would come back to India, not in a friendly way or not in a kinder way, but rather in a more harsh, more competitive and more challenging way, which now the India is facing with the Chinese border clashes and Chinese competitiveness, especially in the region.
Absolutely, Abhishek. In fact, another remark that has been made by the External Affairs Minister is that for Jawaharlal Nehru, India came second and China was his first priority.
Well, that is to a great extent that is true, because India had just got an independence and it needed a lot of friendship and ties from across the world. And China being in the neighborhood and being a huge power, that also needed to be pleased. So this is what the approach of the first government of India was, that China needed to be pleased rather than China needed to be dealt with a level-headed or at an equal platform. And this is where the entire concept of foreign policy had been not appropriate, especially after decades of relationship with China. We have seen multiple times how Chinese have used India's kindness, India's magnanimity towards China, especially conceding Tibet also as part of the sovereignty of China, other bordering issues also, how China had not taken these kinder actions by the Indian side as a friendly gesture, and they have always wanted more and more. The recent renaming of geographical location that is happening in Arunachal Pradesh, and China continuously demanding that Arunachal Pradesh remains an integral part of China, is some of the such examples how Chinese aggression and incursion and aggressive posturing towards India has not ceased, even though India had tried to please China to a great extent diplomatically, internationally, and in many of the border issues also in the initial years of India's independence, when the foreign policy was largely being driven by Pandit Nehru, the first Prime Minister of India.
All right, Abhishek, please stay with us. Our senior editor Pallavi Ghosh is now also joining us on this story. Pallavi, we've seen that the BJP keeps on attacking the Congress over compromising the territorial integrity of the nation, and now this remark that is coming in from the External Affairs Minister will just give more ammunition to the BJP.
Absolutely. And there has been this counter which the Congress party has been putting out whole of yesterday, that if you're going to be talking about Kachanivi, then you also have to talk about the intrusions, especially the post-Galwan incident, the Chinese intrusion in Arunachal Pradesh. S. Jaishankar had also done a press conference a few days back, and when he said that just because Chinese makes those claims doesn't mean that we have to go ahead and blame them. Believe them. The point that the BJP has always been making is that the Congress speaks the language of those across the border who are against India. I mean, just very quickly to give one example, in the last Lok Sabha elections, when many of the Congress leaders have started asking for proof of Balakot airstrike, that's exactly what the BJP accused the Congress of, that you're speaking a language which is being spoken by the Pakistanis, and it just goes on to show that the Congress is anti-national. As we are moving closer and closer to the first and the next few phases of the Lok Sabha elections, that's going to be the push and a narrative given by the BJP.
Right, Pallavi, also the Congress was hitting back at the centre using the China factor. They were questioning about the LAC situation, but now they are the ones who are being questioned.
Yes, absolutely. And in fact, not just now, but I remember the Prime Minister also, and then the External Affairs Minister.
Hello, Namaskar. This is First Post and you're watching Vantage with me, Palki Sharma. is gripped by election fever, rallies, charges, controversies, and so many sound bites. Amid all of this, India's brightest young minds are facing an existential question. Is their degree worth it? I'm talking about the IITs, the best engineering colleges in India. Their graduates are struggling with placements. Back in the day, an IIT admission or an MBA degree was the biggest prize. So what has happened now? That's what we'll discuss tonight. In Taiwan, a massive earthquake hit today, followed by multiple aftershocks. The pictures are spooky. In the Ukraine war, NATO is hoping to Trump-proof them with a $100 billion fund. But the same countries are also funding Russia. How does it work? In Pakistan, the judges are appealing